Oxy is just a kind of a little bit pullback on the Oxy. Sorry, a little bit pullback on the Oxy. A little bit pullback on the Oxy, that is be a kind of a down move a little bit. So we're expecting a turnover at this very level. You can expect a turnover and the trend should just shoot out. So if it doesn't respect that level, sometimes trend might not respect that level and just kind of break out this level and break out this level as well. So you are kind of expecting it at this very point. So at this very point you are kind of expecting strength on the Oxy. So if this movement keeps going like this, definitely throughout of last week we are just gonna sell the Australian dollar. So we are not going to be buying the Australian dollars. But if there is a kind of a correction, maybe after a day or 2 days, there's kind of a correction at this very point, or at this very point, if we have like kind of 1, 2, 3, that is 3-day candle. So we're not talking about, definitely it will be around maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. So we should be expecting strength on the Oxy at that very moment of time. So that is what you should be looking out on the Oxy, that is the Australian dollars. So let me quickly now go to, so not to really exhaust too much time on the video, let's go to the SHIB, that is the SHIB XSY. That is the XSY. So looking at the XSY, we are not expecting anything more on the XSY than we are expecting weakness. That is the trend that we have an impulsive move, impulsive up move. We have a correction up. We are expecting impulsive move up. Here now we have a kind of a bearish candle here. So what we should be expecting on the Oxy is we should just expect it just a little bit likely to push up a little bit anyway, likely to push up a little bit and just back down. Okay, can be from this point or this point, like they can push more lower anyway, can likely to push more lower, but you should be expecting a turn over at this point as well, or at this level. Expecting a turnover at that level, and there's a breakout on the trend line. Trading trend line breakout. If we have a breakout, maybe the trend just a kind of a pull back to this very point and just a shoot up. You're not expecting the trend to just keep driving and getting much more stronger like that. No, you're just expecting a kind of a pullback, then aggressively shoot up again. That is more strength on the Swiss franc. So let's go to the Canadian dollar now. So on the Canadian dollar, so on the Canadian dollar we are expecting anything less than just already the trend has already been broken out. The trend broke out the resistance trend line broke out, so we are expecting a kind of a turn over. So now the trend should just reach get its support. Once the trend gets its support, that is the resistance turn into support, that is when we are expecting it to just shoot out that way. And nevertheless, we are kind of expecting the correction might just be for a kind of a little correction, just small correction like that, not even really much back to the trend, and just shoot up. So what we are expecting on the card is just that the card should get a bit more stronger down to next week, but we are expecting a little bit correction, then the trend can just shoot more higher and just go for another one more up move. So let's go to the yen. So Right, on the yen, we are expecting nothing less on the yen than the yen to just falling. As we already know, if money is being moved into stock, money being moved into stock, that is the bonds are being liquidified, and stock, money being moved into stock, That's just how things have been done. If stock is rising, yen will be falling. So far, as we know, throughout the Friday that is on Nasdaq, I give that signal on my group as well. So yeah, our Nasdaq start our aggressive impulsive move on this last Friday. So we are expecting a correction on Nasdaq as well, and on the US 30. But still yet we are expecting much more up move on the stock. So definitely, if stock is rising, definitely what we are expecting on the safe haven is just it keeps falling immediately. On the safe haven, the USD, the JPY, and the SHIB, it will just fall immediately. So that's what we are expecting on the safe haven, but not all the safe haven, especially the JPY. So once the safe haven is falling, that is Japanese yen is falling, bonds will fall as because the money will be moved from bond to stock. So that's what we are expecting. So throughout on next week, you should be looking at selling the yen, just selling the Japanese yen, but you must selling the Japanese yen, because I'm really very sure that this point is really not really going to reach, but we can just look at this point and this very point at 92.0, and you can watch at 89.9. but reaching 89.9, I don't really think that's going to happen throughout next. That is going to be in the next 2 weeks. You should be looking at that. But if the price kind of turn over, that is the yen keeps getting stronger as well, we can expect a kind of a shoot up from this point. And if the trend just break out, that is it keeps going bearish, and we sometimes in the market we can expect a kind of a jump. If the prices jump and start moving down from this place, definitely we are kind of just expecting it to just keep falling, and once it keeps falling, stock will fly immediately. That's what you should be expecting. So that's all about the yen. Just to expect a weakness on the yen. So the Kiwi, that is the NZD, New Zealand dollar, ZXY. Well, and last that was on Friday. We expect we on the New Zealand dollar just reached its high number high, and just once it reaches this high, it reaches this high, the 30th of April monthly high, reaches monthly high on Friday. Then it kind of experienced kind of a sharp turn over at that very point. But we are expecting it, although that trend it respect this point, the trend respect that very point. So the trend has respected this very point. So the trend respected that very point, in which we are not expecting it to still keep moving drastically. So it's kind of maybe a kind of a breakout trial at that very point. So we are expecting it to just go for correction, a little bit correction, then shoot out. So what we should be expecting first on the Monday, on when the market opens, just the weakness on the and just a little bit weakness, not really weakness anyway, just a little bit weakness. So that's the reason why I do really stay away from trading really much, and that is putting much more tension on trading on Monday like that, because the market hasn't really set really much. So but what you should be expecting next week is that strength on the NZD, that is buying the NZD against all other pair, that is buying the NZD against safe haven, the safe haven, that is the USD, NZD, there's the SHIB and JPY. You buy it against them. I think everybody should know how to do that anyway. So let's go to the pounds. So right now on the pounds, so last Friday we kind of experienced kind of little bit, we buy the pounds a little bit, but later it follows a kind of consolidation. As we know, the pound is, we are kind of neutral on the pound anyway. The pound has been falling like crazy all this while. But as you can see, this is the pound index chart. We kind of experienced a kind of a impulsive down move here, the trend fall here, the kind of consolidation here, correction, impulse, then correction as well, impulse, a kind of a consolidation, then a correction, which you can categorize that as a correction as well. So what we should be expecting, that the correction might kind of continue. That is the last, what we experienced last on Friday. But right now, I can't even really say that the trend is really gonna just continue correcting. Just the correction is gonna continue, because mostly on the index pair we do have a kind of jump almost when the market open. There's always been jump, because it's not like the currency pair. So if there's a jump, the jump can just be kind of a move, boom, just kind of a bump up, and just a kind of a start another down above. If the trend was a kind of bump up, so it'd be a kind of experience a kind of a down move again. So you can expect your turnover from this point. You can expect your turnover from this point. Which is the trend is really gonna respect that point anyway. I'm going to expect turning point from here, which is the resistance. So after the turning, if the turning point complement, that will be having a double bottom. Then we are having a double bottom at that very point. We are having a double bottom pattern formation, in which the trend is expected to shoot more higher. That is, you should be looking at a 125.6 on the pound for it to get more stronger. I don't really know it might not even reach up to that throughout next week. That should be upper week, but throughout next week what we are expecting is just a down in the pounds. Pounds should fall. That is, you should be selling the pounds, but I'm kind of skeptical about it anyway, because pound has been really misbehaving these days. So I've been neutral on the pound throughout. So how is it about the pounds? So let's go to the euro. So this is just incredible anyway. That's incredible. Anyway, there's a kind of we having a falling wedge, and the euro and the USD is kind of an inverse. The trend move is just like kind of inverse. We're having a falling wedge here. I'm very sure when you see on the USD we're having a kind of a rising wedge. So it's just a kind of an inverse trend like that. So the trend has been, like you can see, the trend respect that, push it that point very much, like kind of a test the point and bounce up again, bounce up that point again, bounce up on the third time, then it flies up, and then just break out, then break out the trend line. That is, that it breaks out the resistance. The trend just break out from the resistance. So here we're just having some kind of a ABCD move. That is from here, ABCD fly. ABCD fly. So a short-term trend line, that is the support and the resistance. So the resistance break out, and then the long-term resistance then break out again. So you should be expecting anything less on the pound, the euro rather. You should be expecting anything less on the euro than just the kind of a pullback then shoot up more. But sometimes you might not really experience it quickly shoot up like that, because if there's a jump like it, if there's a jump, the currency just jump a little bit up and start moving drastically up and start running for another more up move, running for another higher high again. So we should expecting the trend to just keep going. But if there is a kind of a correction, that is the trend just correct, that is the pull back, pull down a little bit, just come down, then we're expecting it to just turn over. It can just break back into the trend anyway, and just shoot for another more up move again. And if the trend keeps moving, then you are still expecting the trend to just come down, then shoot for another more up move again. So that's that about you. Let's quickly go to the USD to round everything up. DXY. So alright, as you can see, I mentioned that already, and the hero, you have kind of in inverse, like that you're kind of holding your book and turning it upward again. So then you are having now the USD. So it's just a kind of a inverse of the USD. So here now we have we have a support breakout. We have a support breakout here as well. As you see here as well, we having a ABCD move here, that is ABCD. So the trend also go for another down move as well. So here now what we should be expecting next week is just that the trend can kind of push more lower, can push more lower, then correct, then we go for another more down move, and the trend can just keep drastically going. Can just go for correction, break back into the wedge. Once breaks back into the wedge, then go for another breakout and aggressively moves down. So if it doesn't move down and just breaks into it and just keeps going that way, then if you just keep going that way, so what we should just gonna be expecting is just that the trend should just kind of go from this point down, just kind of experiencing this as well, trending that, then the trend just fall down from that very point. So that's one thing about the USD, because so the main reason is just that last Friday, the main reason for, as you can see, this down move, the NFP, that is the NFP data release, was a kind of mind-blowing, because everybody was expecting, what we expecting is that as you can see at this very point, what we've been expecting is that the trend just keep going up drastically throughout, that we should be buying the USD, but immediately the NFP data was released, was just a kind of not even up to the actual, was very low to the forecast, rather not, was very low to the forecast. So it was just a kind of a falling drastically, but we are expecting more fall on the euro. So if the trend just keeps falling again, so where you should be expecting your turnover should be around this very point, in which I'm very sure if there will be turnover, the turnover will be maybe very close to next weekend, that is maybe on Thursday or Friday. So it's then we can just be expecting the kind of turnover. But right now the trend is falling, that is USD, you are selling the USD. So that's all about on all the currency index, that's the outlook on all currency index, what we should be looking after. I think everybody really understand that anyway. So thanks for watching.